I am here to tell you that life seldom turns out the way you want it to be. I know that kind of goes against your grain, but I am telling you the truth. Life seldom turns out the way you want it to. Otherwise, it's called experience. So says my cousin. And what I will also tell you, that you will get through the rough times. How do I know? Because I've been there and I've done that. So I'm going to give you some spiritual tools, spiritual practices to help you deal with this unsettling time we are in. And they're fairly simple, but you have to really be aware of it. First of all, I want you to think about what you are doing. Like, you're either in the past, moaning and groaning about what happened yesterday, the day before yesterday, last year, what she did to me, all those things. When you are there, you are in the known because it happened. And flip of that is being in the future, where you're in your mind thinking you know how you can plan and orchestrate to make things the way you want them to be. You are in the known there, in your thinking mind. But really, if you are in the present moment, and I want you to listen carefully, when you are fully and totally present, you are in the unknown, always. And we're always in the unknown. You just don't know you're in the unknown because you're too busy being in the past, complaining about what happened, or in the future, afraid of what's going to happen. But if you keep your practice being in the present moment, coming back to the present moment, when you feel fear or when you feel yourself in the past of what happened, come back to the present moment, place your hand on your heart. Take in the senses, everything, the smells, the sounds, the feeling, the air against your skin. Come back to the present moment and breathe into your heart and say to yourself, in this moment, I am safe, and see how long you can stay there. My other practice that I use is I am the observer of what is. It's a practice that's easy but difficult. And that is when I use my consciousness, my awareness, just to scan what's in front of me and do what's right in front of me, not doom scroll, not watch television, but do these videos or do some work or plant a garden, whatever it is that I am doing, and be totally present in that moment, because then you just don't know what's going to happen next. Think about it. And so when you come back to the present moment and you breathe in and you can stay there, and then you come back up to consciousness, witness consciousness, and just observe. And when you find yourself going back into the past or into the future, you come back to the present moment and just observe. And in you doing this practice, you are practicing presence. You are practicing the presence of God, believe it or not, by being with what is, not the way you want it to be. When I was talking to my cousin last night, I was telling him how wrong I have been. Like, my belief said that this should have happened. It should have happened. And every time I thought something should have happened, it didn't. Because I thought it should have. I don't know what the future is going to be. So just because I think it was right, just because I think my thinking was right, there should have been consequences, doesn't mean I was right. It just means something else happened. And I am so clear that I do not know what is going to happen. I'm not a psychic. I'm not an astrologer. I don't know what's going to happen. But what I do know is that I am going to get through it, because I've gone through the hardest shit in life, as you have. And you've somehow survived. And so I want you to take that practice with you of being present, staying out of the past, staying out of the fear of the future. Come to the present moment and enjoy what you can, because this is the only time we have, really. And today I'm reading from Each Day a New Beginning. And as you look ahead to this day, you can count on unexpected experiences. You can count on moments of laughter, and you can count on twinges of fear. Life is seldom what we expect, but we can trust that we will survive the rough times. They will, in fact, soften our edges. Pleasure and pain share equally in the context of our lives. We so easily forget that our growth comes through the challenges that we label as, quote, problems, end of quote. We do have the tools at hand to reap the benefits inherent in the problems that may face us today. Let us move forward gently, take our spiritual practices with us, and watch the barriers disappear. There is no situation that this spiritual practice won't help us with. Maybe we'll need to turn it over to God, a dilemma today, accepting powerlessness or having no control, that we really don't have control over people, places, and things, our spouse, coworker, and that may free us of a burden today. Or perhaps making amends will open the communication we seek with someone in our lives, and we will weave the events of our day together, and it will give them meaning. Yesterday as the market crashed, I wasn't paying too much attention. I was with my elderly 92-year-old father-in-law, and he was listening to Tennessee Ernie Ford because that's what he wanted, and he was listening to the lyrics of how God is with us all the time. And as I held him and he held me, I just cried in that moment because nothing else mattered but the love of him and the love of God. And I hope you can take that with you. If you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe, and know that I love you.